The pro wrestling industry is cutthroat, as it takes years for superstars to truly establish themselves in the company and earn the right to be featured prominently week in and week out in the WWE. With over 500 performers at their disposal, the machine only picks the cream of the crop, and the rest have to settle for underwhelming roles in the company, rendering their years of hard work and dedication seemingly useless. With that being said, there are definitely stars who are not featured on WWE programming, and this might be due to the company not taking chances with their injuries or sending them back to the Performance Center for them to work on their skill set. Then there are those similar to The Rock's and Triple H's who don't appear on programming, often because they're either too busy with other commitments or are just over the hill and can't keep up with the grueling schedule. My name is John, and in this video we take a look at 10 wrestlers that are under contract with the WWE but don't appear on programming for one reason or another. Primo and Epico come from a legendary wrestling family, but haven't tasted much success in the WWE. Apart from that forgettable run with the tag team titles, the creative team did not do them any favors either, constantly repackaging them, and when the fans expressed their dissatisfaction with the team, they would once again take them off TV before bringing them back in yet another ridiculous gimmick. Epico Colon injured himself in January this year, putting him on the sidelines, while Primo has been taken off television. Primo's last appearance was forgettable, with the WWE fans not even realizing he was in an 8-man tag team match. WWE's treatment of the Colones is said to be one of the reasons why Carlito refuses to come back to the promotion. Jason Jordan was supposedly in line to receive a major push when he was traded to the Raw roster and was revealed as Kurt Angle's son. While Jason won the tag team titles with Rollins, things appeared to have slowed down considerably. However, with a WrestleMania match with Rollins on the horizon, Jordan was expected to shine in 2018, but that was until it was revealed that he was suffering from a serious neck injury. WWE is always very careful with neck injuries and immediately decided to pull Jason from his scheduled bouts. Jordan has since underwent neck surgery, and considering the fact that neck injuries are tricky and WWE would not want to be willing to rush him back onto programming, the star might be forced to sit out for a few months and hasn't appeared on WWE TV since February. Like the Colones, Tamina comes from a wrestling family, with her father getting inducted into the Hall of Fame way back in '96. Tamina has the looks and the build to go far in the promotion, but unfortunately for her, her promo skills aren't really there, and she was introduced to the WWE audience at a time when the Divas were ruling the roost. Tamina was then paired with Sasha Banks and Naomi, and since then, the superstar has barely done anything of significance. Tamina got injured earlier this year and had surgery to repair her torn rotator cuff. While the injury has put her on the sidelines, she has been barely featured on WWE programming, and chances are, even when she's cleared, she might not find any spot on the SmackDown Live roster, considering the amount of talent that WWE currently has at its disposal. Kane has been with the WWE for over 2 decades and is a thorough professional. The former champion has been a great servant to the company and is one of the most loyal stars the promotion has ever had on their books. With his wrestling career coming to an end, the Big Red Machine has decided to get into politics, and as of last month is now the mayor of Knox County. While Kane finally appeared in the weeks leading up to WrestleMania 34 and even at the event itself, given his political aspirations and him winning the primary election, there is a good chance we might never see Kane in a WWE ring again. That doesn't mean that the former World Heavyweight Champ is no longer with the promotion, because Kane is still under WWE contract, and if the company ever needed him back on television, there's no doubt that he would render his services to the organization. Just like Kane, Chris Jehrico has been loyal to the WWE for the past 2 decades and even passed up on the opportunity to compete for TNA and return to Vince McMahon's company. Jehrico is a veteran in the industry, and although he has wrestled for so long, he continues to reinvent himself and arguably did his best work in 2017 along with Kevin Owens. While Jehrico is still signed to the WWE, he has Vince McMahon's blessing to do things that he never thought would have happened. Jehrico has wrestled for New Japan Pro Wrestling, taking on Kenny Omega in January, and continues to appear on New Japan programming. The Canadian superstar is only happy to return to WWE when called upon, as he returned for one night during the Greatest Royal Rumble event recently in Saudi Arabia. Chris has always said that the WWE is his home, and that he would never turn his back on the organization that has given him multiple opportunities, but for now, Chris Jehrico has been making waves through New Japan, as he has become a 10-time Intercontinental Champion. There was a time when the Big Show was considered to be the greatest force in all of pro wrestling, with a stature that resembled Andre and the strength and agility that was unheard of in the wrestling industry. Big Show propelled himself to the top of the mountain in WCW. So when Vince McMahon was able to sign the Big Show, he was booked as an unstoppable monster that laid waste to everyone and everything in his path. That dominant run did not last long, but the Big Show has always been a loyal servant to Vince. Over the past few years, Show has even transformed himself and is in the best shape of his life. But that hasn't been enough for the largest athlete in the world to get himself back on WWE television. While the Big Show got injured in between, he has been cleared to return for some time. However, his days as a WWE superstar might be numbered, with Big Show expected to retire soon. Mike and Maria were expected to be pushed right off the bat when they made their WWE debut, but the pair quickly lost all of their momentum, and as time progressed, Maria was taken off WWE TV because of her pregnancy, while Mike had to overcome his demons, throwing his WWE career into uncertain waters. Since then, Mike has made his return at the greatest Royal Rumble, but hasn't been seen on WWE programming. Kanellis looked to be in good shape during the event in Saudi Arabia, but the WWE management might not have had anything planned for the superstar, considering the fact that he had been off WWE programming for a considerable period of time. And the fact that Raw and SmackDown Live rosters are stacked with talent doesn't bode well for the star. There is perhaps no other star in the WWE that is more iconic than the Deadman. The Undertaker's legacy is unparalleled, and the star has given his best years to the organization, serving as the cornerstone to the promotion. The Undertaker's character was never defined by championships or records he had broken in the company, but he commands the respect and reverence from his peers. So it's no surprise that The Undertaker has wrestled for over 3 decades and began appearing less frequently over the last few years. From the past couple of years, The Undertaker began appearing during the WrestleMania season, largely staying away from the spotlight for the rest of the year. While WWE wants The Undertaker to compete more frequently this year, all signs are pointing to The Undertaker once again staying off of television until we approach the WrestleMania season next year. Star of Total Bella's Nikki Bella is currently involved in a tumultuous relationship with John Cena, and reports are now surfacing that their breakup was just a publicity stunt. Regardless, Nikki has achieved success in her pro wrestling career, becoming a Divas champion and being the face of the Divas division. Nikki also underwent neck surgery a couple of years ago, putting her on the shelf for nearly a year. While Nikki competed sporadically, she began focusing more on Total Bellas, winding down her in-ring career. While she is still contracted to WWE, Nikki does not appear on WWE television, with her last in-ring match happening at WrestleMania 33. However, Nikki did return for one night during the historic Women's Royal Rumble earlier this year, but she is expected to stay away from in-ring competition for the foreseeable future. The former WWE Cruiserweight Champion was the talk of the town last year when he walked out of WWE due to disagreements with the creative team. Neville single-handedly saved the Cruiserweight division from being a colossal failure, and when the champion felt that he wasn't being booked properly, he decided to take his ball home. Neville walking out of WWE was similar to that of CM Punk, who felt that he was being underutilized by management. Neville had been unhappy with his position in the company for some time before he decided that enough was enough and quit. However, Neville is still under contract with the company, with WWE refusing to release him, while reports later emerged that both parties were in discussions, and the talks had been positive. Neville hasn't returned to the organization, and it was then reported that WWE froze Neville's contract, keeping him under WWE contract indefinitely, and this could be the case until his contract expires. Neville hasn't appeared on television since October of last year, and there are no updates on his possible return to the ring, or even the company. And these were 10 WWE wrestlers that are still under contract but don't appear on television. I hope you're all having an amazing day. Thank you so much for watching Wrestling Hub, and as always, I will see you later with more wrestling videos.